tires for game-changing traction inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. Set to start the fourth quarter heat by 6 moments ago. Doris Burke with Erik Spoelstra.
Mike, thank you. Erik, how have you changed this game?
You know, a lot more commitment to the energy and the effort areas. It's as simple as this. There's no easy way against this basketball team down there. They're too good, too much of a precision team. We have to transcend those things with our effort.
What is significant about corralling Rondo, at least for that 12-minute stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I wish we had the book on how to do it. It was okay in that quarter. It was obviously an abomination in that first half.
Erik, thank you, sir. Mike.
Well, Doris, they might not have the book, but they had a good chapter there as Miller misses, and he won't be specific, but you will be.
Well, I thought the difference in that quarter was the different matchups on Rajon Rondo and the switching of the pick and roll to eliminate the openings. And that was a good response of pushing the ball and getting something before their defense got set. But Rondo was facing multiple defenders, and I think the switch really impacted the Boston offense.
Haslem kicks it out. Miller's wide open. Knocks down a three. 9 of 20 from three-point range. The Heat have had great looks tonight. According to Erik Spoelstra, they had great looks in game 1, but they were just 5 for 25. Game's a little easier when the shots go in.
Well, there's no question, and they've gotten good open threes, but you're going to give up something when you're trying to commit to the double, as Rondo does a good job of hitting the rolling Garnett. When you commit to a double team of a player, you are going to give up something, and Miami's responded by spacing the floor better and finding the open shooters and them knocking it in.
Chalmers. Strong game for Chalmers. Throws it ahead though to James. Trying to throw it off Garnett. To Noah Val. A rare turnover. Boy, both teams have protected the ball well, considering how good the defenses have been. 6 turnovers by each team. And both teams struggle with that during the regular season. The Heat have really improved on cutting down their turnovers from the regular season to the playoffs.
They're even switching Paul Pierce's pick and rolls.
James all over Garnett. Pierce gets it into Garnett. Garnett short. Gets it again. Gets hammered by Jones. And then the extra shove. James Jones objects to it. Chalmers wisely keeps him away. Garnett objected to the foul by Jones with a bit of a shove. Hit him in the face a little bit. And then Garnett throws it.
You know, when you get hit in the face and a guy's on you, what's your natural reaction? This is what I don't understand. I don't think there's anything there except to get away from each other.
They call a technical foul on Kevin Garnett with the shove after the whistle. So a one-shot technical for Miami. Why is Garnett going to the line, though, first? No, they're going to go down the other end. He just happened to be standing there, so Chalmers will walk down and shoot the free throw. And then Garnett will shoot the 2 personal foul free throws. Chalmers has played so well, but he's missed 4 free throws. He's a good free throw shooter, but 2 for 6. 20 points for Chalmers. 6-point lead for Miami.
And again, it started with a switch of the pick and roll. James working hard to defend the post. Garnett attacks. Second shot. Hard foul. And technical foul. Again, as Boston moves on into game 3, they're going to have, what do they want to accomplish when they switch the Pierce pick and rolls? What do they want to accomplish when they switch the Rondo pick and rolls? How do they keep the ball movement and their bodies moving and not just turn it into a stationary isolation game?
It's been a fun matchup in terms of the coaches adjusting. You talked about earlier, Doc Rivers, the big adjustment on how he guarded Wade to start. Now Erik Spoelstra with the adjustment on how to guard Rondo in the overall pick and rolls as Garnett knocks down a couple. James throws it out. Miller. Petrus is on James. Jump shot won't go. And Pierce another rebound. 5 rebounds for Pierce tonight. Rondo lost the handle. James took it away from Pierce. And he wrapped him up. And that might be a clear path foul. Petrus almost waited too late before he fouled him. James got past him before he grabbed him. Let's see what they call. The officials are going to discuss it. I think that was. To the naked eye, it looked like a clear path foul. Petrus was ahead of him. Should have squared himself up. He didn't foul quick enough. And that's going to be, if it is, 2 shots on the ball. It's always a very big call. So he could have run right there at him. Yeah, that's from the side. I think that's going to be clear path. Or they could have ruled it that he had already gathered. No, couldn't call that. Right, if he's in the act of shooting, it just becomes a shooting foul. But he waited, almost like he slowed down. The call on the court is clear path, and it's from the side. I think it's going to stay. So for Petrus, he picks up his 3rd. The officials going over to check. And they get the use of the instant replay. And again, it's, you know, the NBA very sensitive about not having too many delays with the replays, but clear path is such a big call, the flagrant such a big call, and the out of bounds plays at the end of games are also huge. They've done a great job at getting the correct use of replays. I agree with that. And heck, timeouts are so long and delayed anyway. You know, we have 3 timeouts in the 2nd and 4th quarter. To take a few more minutes to make sure the calls get right, I think is outstanding. And they call it a clear path, so 2 free throws plus the ball. I like the way you sneak that in as a positive. It is a positive. Doc Rivers doesn't like it, but it appeared to be the right call. James 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Think about it. You have 6 field goals out of 16 attempts. Most guys wouldn't have had a big-time game. But the ability to get to the free throw line, to be a tremendous defender. Well, did you see the game last night? The numbers as Chalmers drives in. I'm talking about Tony Parker. He had 34. He had 1 3 and 1 free throw, and had 34 points. His mid-range pull-up game last night was unbelievable. Rondo the rebound. Rondo getting close to a triple-double. 28 points, 9 assists, 7 boards. Already has 3 in the postseason. Pierce to Garnett. Garnett with Chalmers on him to take the shot. Now he does. And Haslam grabs another board. 9 rebounds for Haslam. Just over 3 minutes gone by here in the 4th quarter of game 2. James to Haslam. Pierce got a piece of it. And Ray Allen comes up with it. Rondo passes up that jumper, and Haslam gets in the way. See, I think Rondo's got to get back to being aggressive. Miller was cushioning him in transition. He had the wide open jump shot. Rise up confidently and knock it in.
ESPN's presentation of the Eastern Conference Finals, brought to you by Rock of Ages, in theaters June 15th. And
the defense on Rajon Rondo a key in the 2nd half. 2nd half change of matchups almost every possession early. 3 different perimeter defenders. LeBron James swarming, pressuring the ball, creating turnovers, and then on his pick and rolls, oftentimes switching those pick and rolls to try to turn it into an isolation game. They do it here. Rondo gets by Haslam, but Haslam pursues and blocks the shot. And you look at it, he's still been efficient, but they've kept him off the free throw line, and they've kept him out of the assist category. And I think he's going the full 48. Then he leads all NBA players in this postseason in minutes. Pietrus, good open look, knocks down the three. Michael Pietrus, who has struggled shooting the ball, with a big bucket there, and it's a one-point game.
And Mike, give the Celtics a lot of credit because they have held firm with their resolve. They're right where they need to be. Not necessarily where they want to be. They'd like to be up 15 or 20, obviously, but right where they need to be to win this game.
Rondo with the steal, and Rondo with the finish. 30 points for Rondo, and a 9-1 answer by the Celtics, who regain the lead. Rondo with his second steal.
And LeBron James getting his rest. It'll have to be brief.
James Jones in right now with Chalmers, Haslam, Wade, and Battier. Such a small lineup. Shot clock winding down. Chalmers has to put it up. Won't go. Garnett the rebound. Pietrus did a good job avoiding committing that foul. Still plenty of time remaining. A little over 7 minutes left here in the fourth. Chalmers knocks it away from Pierce, who gets it right back. Feed to Rondo. Out to Pietrus, a three. Not that time. Ray Allen able to get the offensive board. Pierce for three. Too strong. Ball knocked loose. Pierce dives on the floor. Gets it to Rondo. Rondo not looking for a shot. Lays it into Garnett. Garnett foul. And he'll go to the line for two. But how about the hustle from Pierce diving on the floor to keep it alive?
Great effort plays by the Boston Celtics right there to create second shot opportunities. Pierce first to the floor with Battier, does a good job of securing the ball and getting it cleanly to Rondo so he could create a play. And I just really feel like right now, Rondo is tired. He's played the whole way. He's been ultra aggressive, but he's got to get back to thinking shot.
Celtics free throw shooting excellent. Again, they were brutal in game one, 11 of 21. But they've hit 21 of 24, 87%. And now backed up by two. They lost a 15-point lead, fell behind by as many as 8. As many as 7 here in the fourth quarter. And now they lead by 3. Eric Spoelstra calls timeout. An 11-1 run. The Boston Celtics with their own answer here on the road.
Our Monday through Wednesday carryout deal has been so popular, we need to hire more pizza chefs. So play Pizza Hero, our iPad game, and maybe we'll hire you at a real Domino's if you're a pizza making expert.
Carry out a large pizza with up to 3 toppings.
Stay together. You knew they were going to make a run, right? Now answer with a run. Right here. Right here. All right? One bucket at a time.
They certainly did answer an 11-1 run. And now a 3-point lead for the Celtics, just under 7 minutes remaining. You know, Jeff, during the course of the regular season, if the Celtics lost a couple in a row, and during the playoffs, after every loss, all of a sudden it's not the Boston Celtics, it becomes the aging Boston Celtics. And that's what so many were saying after game one. They have responded in a big way here in game two, but can they finish it off with a victory? Wade to Chalmers. Chalmers in the paint. Nice little fake. Shot is good. Pierce knocked it out. A goaltend. How about that play from Chalmers? He's got 22.
Again, that is such a difficult shot to have the touch, as Pierce clearly goaltends, but to have that little floater, the touch to make it. Every small guard needs that shot.
He has really developed it nicely. 6.5 minutes remaining, fourth quarter, game two, Eastern Conference Finals. Celtics fighting to tie the series. Rondo, jump shot won't go. James the rebound. Boston led by 15 in the first half. Heat charged back, led by as many as 8. Now the Celtics back on a run. Chalmers throws it behind Anthony. Shot clock down to 6. James fakes. Back up top. Chalmers for 3. Won't go. Rebound tipped by Garnett. Out of bounds. They say last touch by the Heat. And it may have been Anthony. It looked like Garnett, but Anthony not arguing. Usually that's the best way you can tell.
Except Joel Anthony never argues about anything.
That's a good point. That was close, but it seemed like Anthony did tip it off. Garnett. And he's fouled. Back to the line.
Really well executed misdirection post up for Kevin Garnett. They brought Ray Allen off a stagger screen, but that's not really what they were looking for. They were looking to kick it weak side and find Garnett sealing Joel Anthony. Joel Anthony does a great job fronting the low post. By having a few misdirection plays, you can take the fronting away.
Free throws so critical in games like this. And Garnett, excellent from the line.
Miami's already missed 11 free throws. The Celtics have only missed 3.
Again, Rondo still has not sat. And we make a big deal of it, rightfully so. But Wilt Chamberlain one season averaged 48.5 minutes per game.
They got their money's worth out of Wilt that year.
Played a lot of overtimes in addition to full 48 minutes. That's one of the most amazing stats ever. Garnett hits a pair, 3-point lead.
Can you imagine the media outcry today if you actually asked your star to earn his money and play normal minutes?
Anthony with 5 on the shot clock, up to Battier, swings at James, puts up a 3, in and out. And Petrus the rebound. Rondo pointing to Allen to get in the corner. Wants to spread the floor. Looking now for Pierce, shot clock at 5. Rondo makes his move, gets to the basket, blocked by Wade. Another rejection from Wade. They're double teaming LeBron James now. Rondo playing off Chalmers, who sees the opening and gets tripped up. Rondo left him all alone at one end of the floor while he double teamed LeBron James. This is Wade's second excellent rejection.
Well, Boston was too hesitant in getting into what they wanted, which wound the shot clock down and forced Rondo to take a difficult drive.
Wade had that block on Ray Allen earlier that really spurred the Miami comeback. Battier in the corner. Bad pass. Stolen by Rondo. Under 4.5 remaining. Celtics clinging to a 3-point lead as they hope to tie the series. Here's the drive. Back out Rondo. An open jumper. Hits it again. Rajon Rondo, 32 points. And how many jump shots has he knocked down? That's as much as I've seen him in any game hit this many jumpers.
And great play by Paul Pierce.
James fouled from behind by Pierce. And that's 4 on Pierce.
Good attack of the closeout and then puts it right on the money. And Rondo knocks it in. And then at the other end, the Celtics took a possession off and just gifted James 2 free throws. They've got to stay the course for 48 minutes.
And just trickles in. He had missed his previous 2. He's now 11 of 15. Former point guard Doc Rivers talking to his current point guard. Those two have a lot in common. Toughness. You remember Doc Rivers, he was a tough point guard.
You know, he's developed into such a great coach that I think people forget just how good a player he was.
Pierce, pull-up shot, puts it in. 5-point lead for the Celtics, under 4 to play. A 12-point turnaround here in the 4th quarter. As the Heat led by 7 with about 10 minutes to go.
And in the 4th quarter, they are getting what they want against this Miami Heat defense.
Shot clock down to 7. Heat offense right now a bit stagnant. Chalmers gets inside, comes up short. Rondo wrestles it away. Pushing it up the floor. Ahead to Petrus. Back to Allen. A three-pointer. Won't go. James tips it to Battier. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining.
This is James' first post-up of the game.
And draws the foul as Pierce now has 5 personals. Remember in Game 7, Pierce fouled out against Philadelphia, and Rondo took over the game. He's now 1 away from being disqualified.
Well, good action, a little hand back to Pierce, going to a strong right hand. No contest by James, and Pierce knocks it in. Really good balance on the pull-up.
Magic Johnson helps us break down Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Kings and Devils dropped the puck in the Stanley Cup Finals, and after 3 innings, it was last place Mariners 16, first place Rangers nothing. Stuart Scott, you and me for SportsCenter.
We have nothing to save here. Y'all understand that? Yes, sir. All right, listen, we got to go get it. All right, we got to go get it.
And that's what Doc Rivers' halftime message was. And after a struggle in the third quarter, getting outscored by 13 by the Heat, the response in the fourth quarter has been terrific. Outscoring Miami 19-8, making hustle plays and making big shots.
Well, in their first-round series against Atlanta, they dropped the first game, and it started up. This might be the end for the Celtics, the Big Three era. But they bounced back and beat the Hawks in 6 games. Philadelphia took them to 7. And after every loss again, it started talking about how old they look. They just keep coming back as James hits that. Coming up on SportsCenter. And you really should be embarrassed now.
Why do they keep putting me above Magic?
Magic and the Countdown crew. Stanley Cup Finals, Kings and Devils tonight. Lots ahead on SportsCenter coming up after the game. My goodness. 3-point game.
What does this world come to?
Boston has outscored Miami 19-10 here in this fourth quarter. Heat shooting just 2 of 10 from the field. Garnett against James. The high release. Won't go. Battier the rebound.
Again, switch the hand back right there, which led to the post-up.
Battier sitting in the right corner, waiting for a pass as Pierce looking to help out defensively. There he is. Quick shot is up. It's good! 3-pointer from Shane Battier. He had a smile on his face as he was waiting for the pass. And it's tied as we come up on 2 minutes remaining. Ray Allen, quick jumper. Too strong. Chalmers the rebound. Under 2 to play. James fouled by Petrus. I don't know what Petrus is thinking there, just putting LeBron James at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's just great trust right there by LeBron James to just move the ball to the weak side. Pretty good closeout by Pierce. Probably a half step short. You want to make Battier drive the ball, and then I agree with you, Mike. Mickael Pietrus right there to take that foul, to me, it's just a bad play.
The Celtics' half-court defense has been terrific. Now you're letting them take free throws as Miami regains the lead. By the way, that free throw from LeBron James is 19th attempt. That's the most by anybody in these 2012 playoffs. Kobe Bryant had taken 18. James hits a pair. He's got 30. Heat by 2. Miami answers with 7 straight points of their own.
Another switch. Haslam on Pierce.
Haslam all over him. Pierce almost throws it away. Saved by Petrus. And Doc Rivers calls a timeout. He's hollering at Kenny Mauer. And Mauer wisely calms him down. I got it, he says. I got it. And if they have to put time on the clock, they will. Rivers gets the timeout. How about Petras, that save to keep the possession? So close to being a backcourt violation. Celtics ball when we come back.
Sweet salty.
The Heat led by 7 early in the fourth. Celtics went on a terrific one. They led by 5 with just under 3 remaining, and now they trail by 2.
And Ray Allen had a wide open 3 in transition with a little over 3 to go that would have put Boston up 8.
Pierce and James. Haslam out on Garnett. Pierce has to put up a 3. In and out. Battier the rebound. Most of the crowd on its feet. Wade the drive. Haslam jump shot. Got it. Heat by 4. Timeout Boston. A 9-0 run. Udonis Haslam, the Miami native. Another big play for his hometown team. 1:08 remaining. Fourth quarter, game 2. Heat by 4. We talk so much about LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, rightfully so, but here in the final minute, 2 big players step up and hit key shots.
LeBron James, knowing they're going to switch this pick and roll, screens his own man to allow Dwayne Wade to turn the corner, hit Haslam for the open shot. This is basketball IQ. Knowing what the defense is trying to do.
Garnett the lob. Rondo to Garnett. It's back to 2. And a quick bucket, important for the Celtics.
Very quick. Nice play by Rondo. Different angle pick and roll. Led to the dunk.
So how about the 2 last big buckets for Miami? Haslam and Battier.
And if I was Boston, I'm fine with that. I'm making them get another one.
Wade drives. Pierce hit him. And that's going to be it for Pierce. There are a couple of Celtics in the vicinity. But Pierce has just fouled out. Remember, again, he fouled out in Game 7 against Philadelphia. But Rajon Rondo, that was about 4 minutes ago, took over the game, but the Celtics had the lead back then.
Well, when you get beat off the dribble in the middle of the floor, it's going to usually lead to really bad things.
Wade just drove hard to the basket. Wade's 2 for 3 from the line. Pierce had a nice bounce-back game after a subpar Game 1. Doc Rivers trying to say that he went straight up. It was close. They've missed 12.
And I don't know if that's a legal substitution. Brandon Bass came in for Pierce. The ball hasn't been put into play, and now they substituted for Brandon Bass.
No, he has to stay in at least for the ball to become alive. So he will come back in. Nice catch, ref. Doolin will have to wait. 47.7 seconds remaining. Celtics have just 1 timeout left. Wade hits that one. 3-point game. And Doc Rivers is going to use his final timeout right now. Eddie Lacerda's trainer let him know, that's it, Doc. And he's like, I don't care. Right now. So with 47.7 seconds remaining, Boston, still plenty of time. They certainly don't need a 3-pointer. They just...
On Rondo in the critical possession.
Rondo chased by Haslam, picked up his dribble. Garnett comes back, nearly stolen by Wade. Dueling out to Ray Allen. An open three. It's good. Tie game. Ray Allen drills the three with 34 seconds remaining.
And from a time standpoint, you couldn't have managed it better. Puts them in perfect position to try to get a stop and the final shot. Multiple switches here led to a problem. Good cut by Keyon Dooling. Compacted LeBron James into the lane. Sucked James off of Ray Allen. Ray Allen, one of the best three-point shooters to ever play this game, knocks it in.
And Pierce fired up for his teammate, who's contributed 13 points tonight. Ray Allen 5 of 10 from the field. It's his second three-pointer. It has been such a struggle for him in the postseason.
Game and shooting it at the buzzer.
Wade.
I don't care if Wade's 4 for 13 and James is 2 for 12. If I'm Miami, I want him shooting it. If I'm Boston, I don't want him shooting it.
Those two are out there with Chalmers, Battier, and Haslam. Garnett is on Haslam. Petrus is on LeBron James, and Rondo guards Wade. James to set the screen. Rolls down, gets the pass, layup. Won't go. Rebound taken by James, and the shot clock's turned off. Huge rebound, and they can hold it for the final shot.
And I don't like this matchup for Boston.
Rondo's staring now, looking behind to see if the screen is coming. James puts it up. Won't go. Garnett the rebound at the buzzer, and we go to overtime in game 2. James got a good look. It just wouldn't fall.
He actually had 2 good looks. The layup look was a brilliant pass from Wade on the switch, and then Boston forfeited the right to have the last shot by not being able to get the clean defensive rebound, and that is as good a look as you're going to get on a last-second shot.
Regulation ends 99 all. The NBA on ESPN continues Friday night. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals as the series shifts to Boston. Kia NBA Countdown kicks it off at 7:30. Tip-off shortly after 8:30. So the question is, it's going to be 2-0 Miami, or can the Celtics win in overtime on the road?
Well, critical defensive mistake late. On the cut by Keyon Dooling. Compacts the defense. No rotation to one of the best three-point shooters in the game in Ray Allen, and then the pull-up by James to his right. To me, Mike, on that shot against the smaller Rondo, you've got to get that ball deeper and closer. That shot should have taken no further away than 17 feet.
He hasn't shot the ball well tonight, but overall another strong game. Yeah, if you're just tuning in late, you've missed a wild one. Boston went up by 15 in the first half, played as well as they could in the first half. Led by 11 in the third, but the Heat came storming back. They had a 7-point lead with 10 minutes to go, blew that. As Boston came back and led by 5 with just under 3 remaining. And now we go to overtime, but key, of course, for Boston, no Paul Pierce. He's fouled out. And at both ends of the floor, not only his scoring, but his defense on LeBron James. James against Petrus. Petrus, though, is a good defender. James drives on it. Petrus goes for the fake and bumps him. And James will go back to the line, where he's been there already 20 times tonight.
And, Mike, Petrus is a very good defender, but at times makes undisciplined fouls. We saw in game 1 him fouling jump shooters. He's doing too good a job to bail out James right there with unnecessary fouls.
James misses that free throw. By the way, Petrus now with 5 fouls. If he fouls out, Celtics foul.
And remember, Wade's missed free throw led it to be a 3-point game instead of a 4-point game where Allen's.
Miami's missed 14 free throws tonight. Rondo to the line, to the basket, banks it in. Another pretty play. He's got a playoff career high 34.
And drove it right past James. No help. Easy bucket.
James looking. Fires a pass to Battier for 3. Fight for the rebound. And Petrus got fouled. Haslem comes crashing in, but they call it on Wade. They both whacked into Petrus. Now you shoot the penalty in the overtime on the 4th team foul.
Fakes the pass. Drives it. No help. Good bucket by Rondo.
Allen to Garnett. Short jumper Garnett. Bank shot won't go. Garnett slaps his hands, upset with himself. That was an easy one. Wade the drive to the basket. And a foul.
Mike, they had a great offensive possession. Missed a shot. No sprint back. No matchup. No point. And that leads to Keyon Dooling fouling and then giving up an easy transition basket. You've got to convert.
And Dooling fouls out. There's Wade with a chance for a 3-point play after tying the game. They have missed some critical free throws. And don't forget Rondo out there as Wade misses another. Rondo hasn't sat yet. He's played the entire regulation and so far here in the overtime. So Brandon Bass back in. Bass has been on the bench for quite some time. Rondo wants to get it to Garnett. Haslem picks him up on the switch. Shot clock winding down again. Rondo puts up a jumper. Puts it in. Rajon Rondo from downtown.
That looked like a 2 to me. They counted it as a 3, but it looked like a 2.
And they'll look at it. Rondo now with the most points he's ever scored in the NBA, regular season or playoffs, 37. He's played 50 minutes. Wade to James, fakes, now drives, goes at Garnett. Kicks it across, inside pass to Haslem. Another baseline jumper for Haslem. Two and a half remaining in overtime. Boston by 1. Haslem picks up Rondo on the switch. Shot clock at 5. Rondo between the legs on the drive. Flips it up and gets fouled by Haslem. With 1.7 on the clock, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
But the switch is stagnating them to having just to go one-on-one and just winding the clock down.
Rondo trying to catch his breath. 37 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. Now here is the 3-pointer there. Does he get it before the foot back before he shoots it?
No, it's clearly a 2.
That's a 2-pointer. And the good use of the replay. What a game for Rajon Rondo. Celtics needed him out there every minute, and he has played every second. So they change it from a 3 to a 2 with 2:16 remaining. They counted it a 3 on the floor, so it's going to be tied at 103.
And this gave Boston players a much-needed rest. Kevin Garnett has played huge minutes.
He's played 44. Allen's played 41. Rondo, as we said, 51. LeBron James 45. Battier 44. Wade and Chalmers 43. It is the Eastern Conference Finals. Now Rondo to the free throw line. Rondo has been magnificent shooting the ball tonight. Not just the normal plays of driving to the basket.
Now, probably because of Pietrus's foul trouble, but on this switch,
he just backs in. There's the help from Garnett. Rondo tries to take it away. Jump ball. Rondo grabbed it when Garnett came over to help out, and they'll jump it up. Now, James clearly has the advantage here.
Well, well-timed double team by Garnett.
Now, the Heat, they're facing the wrong way right now, or James is. The Heat, if they win the tip, have 8 to shoot.
And you've got to get matched up. You do not want that tip going to Wade.
Ray Allen trying to inch to help out. Throws it back out. The shot clock down to 6. Wade telling Haslam to get out of the way. He's double teamed. Finds Haslam. Haslam looking for an opening. Can't get it to go. James tips it in with the left hand. We're tied again. He's got 32. Rondo, hesitation, drives, layup, won't go. Haslam the rebound. Rondo slow to get up. He thought he got hit. Wade to James, to Haslam, throws it down. Heat by 2. And Boston calls timeout. Rondo claiming he got hit in the head. Doc Rivers saying get in the huddle. But he's also motioning he did get hit in the head. But the Heat take advantage and now up by 2 with 1:27 remaining in OT. He measured up Haslam and took him off the dribble.
And they got the step. Rondo drives it. Oh, and he did get clearly whacked on the face. He should have been at the free throw line for 2 shots. Instead, Miami gets an easy one.
You see Wade hitting him with that right arm. A pretty hard shot, too. And he was a little slow to get up.
And that's one that every official would want back, because that isn't marginal contact as they
James picks up Rondo again, looking for Ray Allen. Allen pass down low to Garnett. Inside the basket, stolen by Chalmers.
Great rotation by Chalmers on the extra pass from Garnett to Bass.
Coming up on a minute remaining. Wade, nice through the defense, puts it up. It's good, and a foul. Six straight points, and the Heat lead by 4. With a chance to make it 5.
Well, they've been trapping him all game, but they're not trapping off LeBron James. So Wade gets up ahead of steam, is able to attack the switch, takes the hard hit, and finishes the play.
Garnett's 4th foul as Spoelstra pumps his fist. And now the free throw. Celtics still have a couple of timeouts left as Wade knocks that down. Doc Rivers will use one of his 2 timeouts. His team now in a 5-point hole with 59.7 remaining. Timeout Boston. Timeout Boston.
Well, you see him attack Bass. He goes up. And you know what? He did get fouled by Garnett, but the leg was used to create separation. That could have been called an offensive foul.
We've seen it called more this year than in past seasons. It's something the officials talk about.
Which came first? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that is close. There's no question he was fouled. Well, that right leg comes out.
That's still incredible strength.
Just a fabulous shot. Balance. You don't have to go for the three now. They do need quick points. Rondo operating. Garnett will try a three. Way short. Rebound James. The crowd starting to celebrate. Too early to foul?
No, Doc Rivers is calling for the foul, but now it's too late.
Now the shot clock down to 8. Wade on the drive, kicks it out. Battier for three. Won't go. Tipped out, taken by Miami. And that will do it. They've got a foul now. Peters fouls Wade with 18.4 seconds remaining, and the Heat leading by 5. This is a big shot because it makes it a 7-point game, and Wade knocks it down. Rondo steps up for three, knocks it down. Rondo able to deliver. It's back to 4. Chalmers over to James. Obviously, the Heat just need to hit their free throws in this one. Pavlovich is going to come in. Doc Rivers now conceding as he's going to take out some of his players with 18.4 remaining. Now, he hits that. That makes it a 6-point game. Still a 2-possession game. Rondo steps up for three, knocks it down. Rondo able to deliver. It's back to 4. Chalmers over to James. Certainly give them a boost, but it can only do so much. Rondo looking. Marquise Daniels back to Rondo. He's going to try another three. That's good. Rajon Rondo, 44 points. And that makes it a 3-point game with 2.2 remaining. They still have a timeout left, so if Miami somehow misses one of these 2 free throws, as Pierce is going back to the locker room, this is an incredible finish. It looked like the game was all over. And Rondo knocks down 2 threes.
You're not going to see an NBA player ever play much better than what you've seen tonight.
Just a brilliant performance from Rondo. Wade misses the first. This one is crucial. Again, the Celtics have a timeout where they can advance the ball.
And if I was Doc Rivers, I would put Bass in to try to rebound the ball against Haslem.
And Wade rattles that one in with 2.2 remaining. And point shooter doesn't take many, hits back-to-back threes to give the Celtics a fighting chance. And with 2.2 remaining, Boston needs a 4-point play. And that'll do it. The Heat survive in a thriller and take a 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. LeBron James with 34 points for Rajon Rondo, an incredible performance on ESPN SportsCenter. They'll get it right back out here to Miami for post-game coverage. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Jeff Van Gundy, Doris Burke, producer Chip Corrigan, director Jimmy Moore, and our entire outstanding ESPN crew. Mike Britt saying thanks for watching. We'll see you shortly on SportsCenter, which is coming up next.